Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In this clip, I am going to explore the world of P.B.Shelley, and specifically here I am going to discuss all the key facts of Shelley's well-known romantic ode, which is entitled To a Skylark. Dear viewers, as I already mentioned, this poem is a very well-known romantic ode by P.B.Shelley, and this poem is very much important for another perspective. That is, in this poem, the poet speaker calls the sky a spirit, not a mere bird. And further, the sky imagery in the poem refers to the aspects of freedom and divinity. So, Shelley's poem To a Skylark is such an interesting poem. So, won't you like to know all the key facts of this poem? Yes, definitely. Hopefully, you are interested to know all the key facts connected to the plot of this poem. So, without wasting a single moment, let's going to explore the world of To a Skylark of P.B.Shelley. Dear all, the poem begins with an apostrophe, and according to the poet, the bird is a spirit of external cheerfulness, and the bird's ecstatic music soars to the skies upward. So the reference is, of course, to the upward soaring of the bird. And most importantly, in the words of the poet speaker, the bird springs from the earth like a cloud of fire. And it's a spirit of happiness, delight, joy, and in conformity to all these identities of the bird Skylark floats in the upper air. So this poem was composed in the year 1820 and was published in the same year in the collection Prometheus Unbound and other poems. Now let's have a look at the genre information of the poem. It's an ode. More specifically, it's a romantic ode, and it's a lyric poem of address, and which is why the poem begins with an apostrophe, that is, with an address made by the poet speaker to the skylark. The same skylark, which is not a bird for him, but rather it's a spirit, blithe spirit, that is, a joyful spirit, a cheerful spirit. Now, have a look at the structure of the plot of the poem. It seems that the poem is a long one in 21 stanzas, and all the stanzas in total consist of 105 lines. That is, each stanza is having 5 lines, and each stanza has 4 short lines plus 1 long line. Its rhyme scheme is AB, A, B, B. Now, we must know the themes which have been described in this poem by the poet speaker. So, the themes of this poem include the aspects like inspiration, joy, beauty, music, perfection, and contrast. And as per its tone is concerned, it's philosophical. On the other hand, in the same poem, we can find out a speaker, who is of course the poet speaker, And the same poet speaker is addressing as well as observing the skylark. To be more specific, in particular, the movement of the skylark, which is hovering here and there in the upper sky. Now, as per the rhetorical figures are concerned, the poem is replete with simile. Here are also a number of similes like a cloud of fire, like a glowworm, like a poet, and like a rose. All the similes are connected to the description of the skylark as referred to by the poet speaker. Now, key points which have been delineated in this poem include skylark is a breather spirit rather than a bird, according to the poet speaker. And skylark's song is divine, spontaneous, and unearthly. So this way, this poem is a glorification of Skylark songs, which has no connection with human sufferings and pain. And you must know two very important lines from the text. The beginning one, that is the first line of the poem, Hail to the Bleather Spirit. And the next one, which is an epigram by nature, it's a very popular line, that is, our sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest thoughts. Dear viewers, these are the key facts regarding the poem To a Skylark by P.B.Shelley. So, in the next video, we will come with its in detail analysis. So let's wait for that. And at the same time, please stay tuned to my channel and please like, comment, share and subscribe to it. Thank you.